You're an ironic guy because when I look at you, I don't think dude who's driving 1,000 horsepower Mercedes.
Is that a compliment? Or...
It's not. It's not like.
He's like, I just don't see it.
It's
bro.
not in anything. It's just. Yeah, kid. Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Handsome Home Buyer Podcast. My name is Charles, aka the Handsome Home Buyer.
Jason
Bernstein. You're Jewish, right?
Dude, Bernstein.
I don't know. I assume so, but I don't because you have to ask. You never know. Greg has a very Jewish last name.
But everyone thinks I'm Irish because I look Irish. I don't know why, but I get that a lot. Do you see it?
I mean, I could see Irish. I could see Scottish. You could have been in the movie Braveheart with a beard. Yes, you could. So we haven't done a podcast in a while, right? We've been in the lab. Like, who's that rapper that what's that thing? Been in the lab with a pen and a pad trying to get this effing label off. No, that was what's his name? Who is it? You know who I'm talking about.
Bro, I was telling them before, like, I don't know anything about movies. I don't know anything about artists.
How old are you?
You asked me anything. 34.
Oh, yeah, you're fucking young. You're 10 years younger than me. Well,
what?
All right, so let's get into this. We haven't done this in a while because we've been in the lab, meaning we've been building out this business, and it's awesome. We just launched our first real estate fund.
Oh, awesome.
Very exciting.
You
The
talked
Handsome
about
Home
that,
Buyer
right?
Fix and Flip Fund #1, first edition. Very exciting. $10 million fund out there. We're on our way, man. We're there. We're not even on our way. We're fucking there.
Were you talking about this a little while ago, like on the podcast or something? Because I remember you saying that you were going to start a fund at some point.
I talk a lot.
You talk a lot.
I talk a lot. Whether
So that's
people
awesome.
listen, I don't know. Apparently a little bit because you have some vague recollection of it. But yes, we just launched our fund. Very exciting. $10 million. Investors coming in to fund our current in-house fix and flip projects because we are scaling, baby. We're averaging like 3.2 deals per week right now.
Jeez.
Bananas town. And we are confident that the market can allow us to go from 8 to 12 deals a week, only on Long Island.
Strictly, are you doing
Strictly Long Island.
Nassau, Suffolk?
Nassau, Suffolk. We might delve into the boroughs, but let me tell you something. It is banana town in the boroughs, like straight banana town. Every time we get leads in the boroughs and we go there, it is an absolute fucking shit fest. How much you want for this house? I want 1.6. Be like, sir, your next door neighbor's house that is the exact same house, just renovated, sold for $600,000. I know. But this one is like blessed by fucking God, him or herself, so it's worth 1.6. Like that's what you're dealing with.
That's what it's like out there.
Or people like rappelling off of buildings with contracts coming out of their pocket in fucking velour jumpsuits.
I cut my teeth in the city, that's where I started doing real estate. And the city, Queens, Brooklyn, that's not the same as it is out here in like Nassau, Suffolk. It's totally different. It doesn't even translate.
Our people dominate the boroughs.
Yo, 100%.
The Jewish people, we dominate. We do.
100%.
We dominate. I mean, maybe we're not religious. Like, maybe I'm not religious enough to dominate. Maybe I need a yarmulke, and then I might be able to dominate because it's a whole nother level of competition in Queens and Brooklyn that I can't fuck with.
I'm doing a deal right now in Brooklyn, commercial deal for last house 195, and that was a really, really, really difficult deal. I don't know if I'm supposed to be looking either way.
There's no, you just look at me. The cameras will pick you up. But if you want to talk to a camera, you look at that camera right there.
Okay, I got you.
Like if you want to really address the crowd, you look right there.
But that was a really difficult deal, and I have a ton of commercial land stuff in Brooklyn right now. Mm-hmm. Those are tough. Those are really, really tough.
Dude,
the leads are tough. They're also very highly, highly, highly educated on the pricing.
Oh, what, the investors?
Investors.
Well, you know what the thing is too? So, and not to take anything away from them, access to information in the boroughs is good. Whereas like access to information on Long Island is a fucking nightmare. Mm-hmm. Like the city has done a very good job of making everything available to you.
Yeah.
Long Island, it's a crapshoot. You can't even get any data out of Suffolk County. Like they got hacked, they're shut down. Nobody knows what's going on. It takes you 6 months to get a deed recorded. In the city, it's like instantaneous.
Really? Yeah. In the city, it's very easy. I mean, but they know their numbers down to like.
You talking about the investors?
Investors.
Really?
Investors, but I mean, people too. When they sell their houses, like let's say you're going for a multi or you're going for a plot of land or whatever it is. They know exactly what you're going to do with it. They know what you're flipping it for. They know how much money you're going to make. That's why they want more than what it's worth. Because they're like, okay, I sell you my house for $600, but I know you're going to build this. I know you're going to flip it for this. I know you're going to make this much. They know it. Like those people are really smart.
Yeah, but in the cases that I'm talking about, it's not like, okay, it's an XYZ zone and I know that you can, it's a shitbag single family now, but I know you can put 6 condos here. No. This is a shitbag single. I'll give you an example.
Go.
We were in Canarsie last week.
Okay.
There was a house, small attached row home on the end, skinny little lot, had off-street parking. Okay. The house renovated is worth $600,000.
How much do they want?
Now, let me preface this. The house went on fire, fucking burned to a crisp.
Okay.
Inside, fully gutted, fire. They got paid the insurance money. How much do they want?
Do they want another 600?
Another 600. Why not?
We see, I knew it.
Why not? And not only that, they've been trying for 2 years to get the goddamn 600, and no one's giving it to them. But they're just gonna keep going.
Dude, I can't explain people.
That
there.
shit doesn't happen on Long Island.
No, not as much. But yeah, people in Long Island are also more motivated. I mean,
Are they?
I think so. Well, also a lot of people here, they sell their house, they move to Florida. You know, so
Yes.
For me, a lot of people that are in Brooklyn and Queens are looking to move to Long Island.
Yes.
So it's kind of like
So
Brooklyn,
basically,
Queens.
so I have a short window of buying houses from original Long Islanders because once I try to buy them from Brooklyn or Queens
you're
people,
gonna deal
I'm
with it.
fucked.
Exactly.
Because I'm dealing with the same shit.
Yeah, because I mean that at least that's what I thought I'm seeing is I'm seeing people that live in Long Island that are now going to go to Florida, and then you have people. At least for me, a lot of my leads are coming from Brooklyn, Queens, and the city, and they want to move to Long Island, to Nassau or Suffolk, or Nassau. It's kind of like, for me at least, what I see is the city, Queens are going to Nassau, and then Nassau is going to Suffolk. Like it's just kind of gentrifying out here. It's a weird wave.
Yeah. I feel like I want to ask you, like, I feel like we started this conversation off with, like, I'm like, this is
We're
going to be a
gonna
good
go to
podcast because we're talking about all my favorite things right now. We're talking about food, we're talking about cars, we were talking about morning sex, afternoon sex, or evening sex. So let's, so, game. Favorite sandwich?
Italian sandwich.
Definitely Italian.
Italian cold cut. Or I mean, I like
So
I
much
like,
fucking sodium in that, dude. Your ankles swell from eating that.
Bro, I work out every day. You work out every day.
I do, but it doesn't
Like-
stop my ankles from swelling. You know what it is? You're 34. You
Yeah,
don't
I'm
you don't get
34,
it. You don't understand. So just so you know, you have 4 more good years left in you. At 38, shit goes all downhill.
You think so?
I know so. I'm 44 years old.
I feel different from 30 to 32 to 34.
Yeah. Well, because
Like-
your testosterone level starts to drop at 30, right? These guys don't even know about that because they're
No,
28
they don't know about
years
that.
old. He just started 27. He's got 2 more good years
Oh,
of
you
top
got
testosterone.
time.
He's
You got
peaking.
time.
He's not even at his peak yet.
You got time.
Yeah, you're 28. You have 2 more years.
But I don't know. I like that. Or a chicken cutlet sandwich with broccoli rabe. Like for me, that'll hit.
Really?
That'll hit really good. But like I told you, I had.
What
that
about the
pastrami
cheese? Is there
sandwich.
cheese on that? Oh, tell me about this pastrami sandwich. 'Cause
Five High Marketplace, which is in.
Wait, say it again?
I think it's called 5 High Marketplace.
5 High
It's in
Marketplace.
Huntington.
Okay.
But dude, I stopped by. I had like a showing in the area, and I was hungry. I was already like working the whole day.
Okay.
And I had saw it like on Insta or whatever, and I was like, all right, I gotta try it. Dude, that pastrami sandwich hit. It
Yeah?
hit, like, let me see if I can pull it up for you. If I can pull my phone out.
I will.
Are you cool with that?
I will go there because that's what we do. We really do food reviews and just mask it with real estate.
Dude, I even sent it to my friend.
Have
I
you
was
ever
like,
been to Katz's Deli?
Yeah, of course. I would say this can like you can go here instead of going all the way to Katz, and that'll definitely hit.
There's a certain level of like nostalgia and just a circus that goes on at Katz. So you've been to Katz?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you go in, they give you the ticket.
Give you the ticket.
Yeah.
I don't really like corned beef, pastrami, all that stuff. Like that's not my shtick. Like they give you the piece of meat, and I'm like, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it because it's Katz, and that's what you do here. But it was delicious, bro. Like when they put it together with the sandwich. You guys ever been to Katz Deli? Yeah. Delicious, right? Absolutely delicious. And I don't understand how they trust you to eat first before paying. Just the whole system.
Yeah, I don't know. They've been like over 100 years, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So I mean, it's working. They're making money. They're good. They're not losing off that.
All right, so so favorite sandwich, Italian. Don't care if the ankles swell.
I'm good with the ankle
Sodium,
swelling.
good to go. American muscle, Japanese car, or German car?
German. I mean, I have a C63 AMG that I built with like turbos, downpipe, the whole deal. Made almost 1,000 to the wheels, which is like.
Bro, what do you do with 1,000 to the wheels?
I usually. You can only use that on a track. Like there's no tires that.
You know what's
can buy
interesting?
off the
Like you're
street.
an ironic guy because when I look at you, I don't think dude who's driving 1,000 horsepower Mercedes.
Is that a compliment? Or-
It's not. It's not like.
He's like, I just don't see it.
It's
bro.
not in anything. It's just typically.
He's like,
I mean,
muscle, 1,000 horsepower.
when was the last time you met a Jewish real estate agent who was driving 1,000 horsepower Mercedes?
Dude, you know what it is? I grew up. Actually, you used to live in Long Beach too. right?
I did live in Long Beach.
So yeah, we found that out about each other. I grew up in Long Beach.
Okay.
And growing up when I was a kid,
Do you know my friend Val?
bro,
He owns Cat
do
and
you know my
Kickboxing.
friend Val?
Well, I mean, there's not that many Vals in Long Beach. He's about your age. He owns Cat and Kickboxing.
Cat and Kickboxing.
Now it's called Udar.
Udar. No, I don't know. Maybe if you show me a picture,
He's like
I may
37,
know him.
38.
I may know him.
He's a
like,
bold
by
Russian guy.
face. All right, now you're slimming it down into in Long Beach.
He's almost 40. He looks 40, but he looked 40 when he was 20.
If you show me a picture, either now or after the podcast, I'll let you know if I know him.
Okay, perfect.
But definitely possible.
Keep going.
So when I
you know
grew
the
up,
Scootins? Okay.
it's
Well,
like-
so?
they own Long Beach.
That's true. They do.
Literally. That's like Long Beach.
Long Beach is a great place, man.
Yeah.
If you never have to leave.
Yeah, if you never have to leave.
Otherwise, it's a fucking nightmare.
Dude, then you have to fucking go like past Merrick and Meadowbrook Parkway to the Loop Parkway and then like.
Oh, it's 30 minutes just to get to the Parkway from not even the West End.
And I never fucking realized that until I moved out of Long Beach, and I was like, wow, this was a fucking trip I was doing for 30 years.
No, it's terrible. But you know what you guys do have? You got the best buffalo slice in the world.
What, Gino's?
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Bro, it is the best fucking thing. It is literally like sex in your mouth. Speaking of which, morning sex, afternoon sex, or evening sex, which is your favorite?
Afternoon sex, all day.
How does that
Afternoon
work?
sex. Dude, you just have the most energy in the afternoon. Like, you're working, you get some work done, you feel accomplished, you get everything you need, or get most of your stuff done. You have a nice lunch, breakfast, you have sex, and then you can still go back to work, get more work done, eat again, go to sleep.
So
I don't know. I feel like that is like prime. Like you just get the best of everything.
here's my problem with afternoon sex. It's not a problem per se, but most of the time, like, I'll fall asleep.
Like what?
I just like if I have evening sex, like I'm passing out. If I'm having morning sex for some reason, it wakes me up. But if I have afternoon sex, I feel like I'm going to fall asleep in the same way that I would fall asleep at night. So then I would need at least an hour nap, and I wouldn't be productive.
You think you just lose it after that? I see.
Yeah.
I may need a nap for like a little bit. I may need a nap for a little bit, but then shower, dress, get up and do it again. But
I don't drink
you don't
coffee.
drink
But-
coffee?
No, never. I only drink water. But think about this. I'm pretty sure we could look this up,
you
right?
serious?
Isn't there some kind of chemical that gets released into your body after you drop a nut that like makes men go to sleep? Like it's actually like a biological thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
true.
like it's not my fault.
No fault. Chill.
It's like-
no fault.
Yeah.
It's like
eating
it's
turkey.
like don't get mad at me right here.
It's not my. I can't control it. There's nothing I can do. So that's my only. Like, listen.
There's different types of sex
like-
too, right? Like there's like we're gonna go all out and then no one's getting out of this bed after. There's like we need a quickie and then let's go back to work, and then there's like the normal sex, right? Or maybe
Yeah.
you only have one speed. Maybe
No,
that type of guy.
I mean, I can't even. I would like to come in here and say that everything's a WWF fucking WrestleMania bout, but it's not. That would be a lie. Sometimes you just got to get in for a 3-pump hump and go.
Exactly. So I feel like there's different types. But we were also talking about pizza, right? And then
Oh,
We're
you
both
were
in
saying
line,
how
sure.
I'm a shitty boss because I haven't gotten these guys pizza from a place that I've never heard of before.
dude, I cannot believe. Well, we were talking about Long Beach, right?
Yeah.
And we're on the car thing, but we can switch it up. Dario's Pizza, West Hempstead, best
Okay.
pizza in Long Island. Absolutely no
Are you sure?
questions asked.
Because I'm going there.
Dude, you
I'm gonna go.
there.
How's the flop?
There's no flop.
No flop.
I'm telling you, you will eat the whole pie.
Crisp?
Crisp.
Cheese?
think-
Lots of cheese?
Perfect amount.
Dario's.
Dario's.
Got,
I mean, I think if you really want to judge it, go for the classic cheese.
yeah, you have to.
You
Jay
know?
Portnoy only tests the classic cheese.
Yeah, I would just.
You gotta
do the
keep it on a
classic
level
cheese.
playing field.
But they have like this burrata square one that's like delicious. That all hits.
West Hempstead, huh?
Dude, West Ham. And if you go there, you're gonna be like, this fucking place.
What part?
I swear.
Oh yeah,
You're gonna
those
be
are the
like
best places, bro. Last week I rolled into this. My parents go to this little Turkish place in Massapequa, and I've never really like gone to a restaurant to eat Turkish food. It's like Turkish/Mediterranean. And my dad goes there, who's the pickiest person on the place of the earth. He goes, "You got to go. This place is great." So I roll up to it, 8:30 on a Friday. Nobody's there. It's fucking empty.
Okay.
The place looks like an old school pizzeria that you could possibly get hepatitis in when you move in, that could at any second be going out of business.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Dude,
It like
Yes.
changed my life. It was a religious moment.
100%.
Sometimes you just don't know.
You just don't know. My friend, he lives around the block, and he was like, "You gotta try this place, Dario's." I was like, "All right, like, dude." And I was like, "Unfortunately, I live too far away that I can't get it all the time."
Where do you live now?
Woodbury.
Okay. Oh, you're like really rocking with the Jews, huh? You're like full blown.
Dude, I mean, I felt at home.
Woodbury. Yeah.
I felt at home. But for real,
Is your wife Jewish?
No, she's Dominican actually.
Really? Oh, bro, we're
Tell me.
so close, you and I. How come we? Yeah, like holy shit, really?
Dude, I told Bill.
I like food. I like cars. I like afternoon sex. I like all sex.
You know Mo too, right? Mo Petrolworks.
No, who's that?
You don't know him?
Who?
Mo Khan over at Petrolworks.
I have no idea what Petrol. Nope, don't know. Don't know.
Well, anyway, like I remember.
Bill's a big car guy.
What? Yeah, Bill's a big car guy.
Yeah.
But I actually met Bill through Mo.
Okay.
And then I saw you on Instagram, and then I sent it to Bill, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Charles is a good friend of mine." And I was like, I want to meet that guy. That guy's cool.
Bill's the man.
He's like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, I'll set it up." And then I never got the chance. Whatever. I'd always comment on your posts.
How long ago was this?
I feel like maybe like 6 months ago.
Oh, okay. So this is recent. Then we were united at the event.
No, I went to that event to meet you.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel loved.
I went to that. Well, not just you, but
You could have just stuck with that narrative. You didn't have to.
no, but I went to that event. I wanted to meet you.
Psych. Psych.
I did. I went to the event. I wanted to meet you. I wanted to support Bill, and I also wanted to meet like Ackerman, which like a bunch of the people that work on my deals.
Okay.
So I just wanted to meet them. I hadn't met like Bill's team.
Yeah.
But like my dad always taught me.
Had you ever met Sal at that point or no?
I had not met Sal.
Okay, got it.
But my dad always taught me. He was like, real estate. There's a ton of like, whatever get-togethers, like this wintervention stuff, and like every week.
Is your dad in real estate?
No, my dad's in accounting.
Okay.
Which is what I used to do before real estate.
Dude.
We could touch this.
Well, you succeeded in something that like very few Jewish men have ever succeeded in.
Getting a Dominican woman?
Like, no, not getting a Dominican woman, but actually successfully marrying and maintaining what I hope is a healthy relationship with a Dominican or Puerto Rican or Spanish woman of any kind. Like, Jewish men, like, we want it. Like, we've tried it. We just fail at it miserably all the time. We just can't handle that level of fucking fire. And the fact that you have
I love that he said fire. Too.
is very impressive. So let's talk about that.
Okay, all right. We want to talk about it now, or you want me to finish?
No, talk about it now. We jump around a lot. So your wife was she born in DR?
Dude, a really crazy story how I met my wife actually. And we're gonna do a full turn because you're asking me about Long Beach, cars, whatever.
We'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get there. But we
close all the loops by the end.
But I'm gonna have to insert because it plays in the story. I met my wife. My wife is from DR. She's a producer from Santiago. Her mom lives here, and her mom is married to this guy Danny, who is friends with a bunch of my friends.
Got it.
And my wife was visiting.
She's a producer? Mm-hmm. What type of producer?
Like movies.
No shit.
Yeah. She was like producing.
So like we're talking sugar mama status. Has like all kinds of connections and shit. You go to fancy parties.
No, I wouldn't say that far because she was a producer in DR. Now she's here. So it's a totally different industry. But
what does she do here?
She has a spice company.
No kidding.
Yeah, she sells spices, Swift on spices. She imports spices from all over the country.
We share a building. We share a building with a spice company, which is why we all smell like spices right now.
I smelled those
the
spices.
The moment
like
you walk in the door,
away.
you're like, why the fuck does it smell like paprika in this building?
Yeah, right away.
It's coming out of Greg's pores.
She imports spices from like different places. So
how do you go from being a producer of TV to importing spices?
So
where is she right now?
Dude, she's a beast. She's like crazy smart, crazy. Like she's ridiculous.
So you met her through the friends?
But I met her 3 different times over the course of 3 years.
Got it. All right.
And this is what I'm trying to tell you. So in this party, like from Long Beach, but I was into speedboats, like race boats. So whatever, that whole group of people was older group.
Okay.
So they were like, I was in my 20s.
I guess
they
who
were
can
in
afford
their
a
30s,
speedboat?
40s, 50s. So that's why her stepfather.
Got it.
Was friends with my group of friends.
Got it.
And they were doing a get together at the Alegria.
Got it.
So when I got to this,
I lived right across the street from that.
Exactly. You were right, and we actually lived like a couple blocks from each other at the time because I was on East Penn.
Okay.
And we were the only people that were like under 30 at the time at this party. So like naturally, I went to go talk to her.
Yeah.
But at the time, she like had just broken up with a boyfriend, but I was like trying to hang out with her, but whatever. So it didn't work out.
All right, so let's back it up for a second. You're at this thing with like really rich guys who have cigarette boats and shit because who the hell else has a cigarette boat other than like usually an older rich guy, right?
Yeah.
You look across and you see this Dominican lady who is now your wife. What are you thinking? You're like, I need that in my life.
I was like, I gotta go talk to the girl. So like
instant love.
like go for it. Not instant love yet. Check this out. We meet this time. I think it was like 2014. So whatever. Like try to hang out with her. We actually go out to dinner, but like it didn't work out.
Okay.
Whatever. So that ends. So go 1 year later now.
Okay.
2015.
Got it.
But I'm dating another girl in a similar friend group, and she comes back to visit in like I think it was like November.
Got it.
So she hit me up like, hey, how you doing? But I couldn't chill with her.
This is your current wife.
This is my current wife. She hit me up again.
This is a year later after the first date.
Didn't work.
Didn't work. Date gone wrong. Got it.
Right. She went back to DR because she was only visiting for like a month at the time.
Okay.
And then she comes back again. She visits for another month. So she hit me up to hang out.
Okay.
But I couldn't hang out with her because I was dating another girl in the same friend group.
Because you're a nice Jewish boy.
Correct.
Got
With
it.
a good job. I was working at Deloitte at the time.
Got it. Oh,
So-
that's impressive.
Thanks. So I shimmy up, but I couldn't hang out with her. So
Did you say, I'm sorry, I'm dating somebody, it's not the right thing to do? Or you just said, I can't hang out, sorry?
I think I beat around the bush and I was just like, oh, how are you? Everything good, whatever. But like never took it to like, let's hang out.
Got it.
I was like creatively not talking about that.
Okay. She goes back to DR.
She goes back to DR.
Got
Now,
it.
whatever. Obviously, I break up with the other girl, like not too long after. And then fast forward now 2 years, 2017. So 2017 was actually the year that I left Deloitte and I started in real estate.
Got it.
And one of my friends was getting married in Madrid. This was like in like March. He was getting married April. And it was my current wife's birthday. It's March 25th.
Let me stop you there for a second. What do you think about destination weddings? Is it awesome or is it literally one of the most disrespectful thing a person can do unless they're paying for it?
Second one.
Right?
I fucking hate destination weddings.
Right?
Dude. Like, allow me to buy you the gift I want to buy you or give you any amount of money I want to give you. But, like, don't make me fucking travel, get a dog sitter, turn off the water to my house, ask my brother-in-law to go check up to make sure I don't have a leak. Like, make me go to the airport, park my car. I don't, like, just, it's a fucking production.
Yeah, it's a fucking pain in the ass.
It's a production, dude. No.
It is a pain in the ass.
But there's certain ones you can't get around. Straight up. Like, you can't get around. You have to go. You can't say no.
Okay. I mean, listen, Spain is dope. I was just curious to get your opinion. All right,
I was pumped to go to Spain because I just left Deloitte. Like, I left and I was starting a new career. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't fucking do this before. I was working for, like, a major accounting firm. I couldn't, like, take
150 hours a week.
Like,
During tax time, your life, you basically lived there.
I didn't touch taxes.
Really?
I was actually an audit.
What are you auditor? You're an auditor.
Audit,
Yeah.
and I was touching into, like, M&A towards the end, like merchant acquisitions.
All right, so now you're in Spain at the wedding.
No, not yet. March 25th, that's
Yeah.
her birthday.
Yeah.
And you know, like, you kind of remember who wished you happy birthday, and then you try to, like, you know, take it at the time, you wish them a happy birthday.
Sort of, yeah.
Sort of, right?
All right, yeah.
Get that vibe?
I get
so
that.
I remember, like, she wished me happy birthday, so I hit her up. Hey, happy birthday. Would you fucking know? She's like, hey, I'm in Madrid. I'm studying production right now. At school, I'm in Madrid. And she's sending me pictures. It's like, no fucking shit. I'm going in, like, a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. And she was like, all right, when you come here, let's hang out.
Really?
Dude, I went to Madrid. We met. And we started dating long distance from there, from 2017. So
How did-
3 fucking times.
So how does that, like, what? I mean, listen, I think life is a lot about, like, a lot about timing. I think it is, right? And that story proves it. What was the difference between the first time, and we kind of know the second time, even though you secretly wanted to go, but maybe you felt guilty, or actually, you know what? You would have went if there wasn't a friendship group connection because you would have gotten busted.
There was. Well, okay. For
Or
me,
you
at
would have
least-
went.
No. For me, I'm very serious. Like, especially relationship and stuff like that.
I believe that. I just don't believe that I think you would have went. If there was no connection, you could sit there and look at me and tell me that you wouldn't have gone.
Maybe I would have disguised it in, like, a friendly, like,
Yeah,
oh,
but you were still
visiting.
going.
Maybe,
Like, oh, let me check her out. Does she still look good?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
But
Okay.
no, but my wife is, like, crazy gorgeous. Like, she's really, really, really pretty. Like, I can tell you.
So how did you do this? Like, how did you pull this off?
So,
Because
long distance. We did the
even
long distance
okay, long distance.
for like 6 months.
Got it.
And I would just go to, like, she finished in Spain. Oh, I went to Spain. We went to, like, Ibiza, Narcoles. We went, like, everywhere.
Got it.
And then she came.
So at this
to
point,
visit.
it's like you guys are really hitting it off. It's
Yeah,
morning,
like-
afternoon, evening sex all the time. You guys are just like, that's it. Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys are together.
That's great. Yeah.
It's no hold bars.
That's rocking.
WWE.
That's
Got
rocking.
it. Okay.
Yeah, it's WWE. But then it was still long distance. Wow. It's still long distance.
But you're together.
But we're together.
She's like, because you know Dominican women, like, they have a sixth sense. Like, if she's in Spain and you are having a dream about another woman that's outside of your control, she knows about it.
Bro, but can I tell you, I think my wife is, like, really part of the few. And because, I'm real estate, so I'm in showings all the time. Like, I meet with whatever beautiful women and like, whatever apartment.
Okay.
I can be out a whole day. My wife will never, ever, ever, ever text me and be like, she's never jealous. Bro, never.
There's never a head bobble. Nothing like that.
No, never.
Bro, she can't be Dominican, and there's no fucking way.
Dude,
it's physically impossible.
Dude, I will be out a whole day in showings. She will never be like,
she's got to be white. There's no way she can.
No, she's just crazy. She's crazy secure. She's crazy secure. But I also don't give her any reason to be like, but I'm also
it doesn't matter. It is ingrained in the culture from fucking birth.
Dude, she is fire. I'm telling you, she is
fire.
She
has probably gotten hit on 7 million fucking... Where did she grow up? She grew up in DR.
Yeah, in DR.
She couldn't walk a half a block with somebody being like, warrior mommy. Like, it's impossible.
Dude, I'm telling you, she is crazy secure. I mean, well, you'll meet her one day. We do like a dinner or something. But, dude, she's crazy, crazy secure. She's crazy smart, crazy secure, crazy serious. I'm telling you.
She never gives you a side eye. She never gives you a head bobble. She never says, who is that bitch?
Never. Okay, let me tell you. So I was actually renting an apartment in the city. And I was renting an apartment in the city. And there was like 100 people out the door. And I'll tell my wife this too. And I'm showing the apartment and like did like an open house by appointment, but let 2 people. And there were like girls walking out. And the tenant was sitting outside waiting. She said girls were flirting with me, and then she says this, like girls were flirting with me, and other girls were saying like, oh, what a fucking, like that girl's fucking flirting with him. She's trying to get the apartment. And then the tenant called me after the open house. She's like, yo, by the way, like this is what they were saying. And I was like, I didn't notice anything. Like I didn't notice because when I'm working, I'm like dead focused on like the sales.
No, I'm with that. Listen, there's a reason why if you Google, and Scott, again, another benefit to you being Jewish is that if you Google like Jewish men make the best husbands or who makes the best husbands, Jewish men.
Yeah.
We're the best. I'm
just like very, if I'm in a business mindset, that's it. I'm in the business mind. He's shaking his head so bad at you. Either he said this like 100 times before.
He's so used to this. All of it.
There's nothing you're going to say that they haven't heard like 50 times, right?
Nope. He could do this. He could do this podcast for me.
But yeah, no, she's crazy.
Listen,
like
I commend you. Literally hundreds of thousands of Jewish men have tried and failed.
Yeah.
Where you've succeeded.
She's gonna watch this and she's gonna be like, they fucking think you succeeded.
Yeah, like you.
But little do they know.
Yeah, no. Listen, that is my hat. My hat goes off to you, bro. My hat goes off to you. Oh, the food is the best too.
Dude, mango con plátanos and huevos. Have you ever had that?
You are so white, bro. That was like the whitest rendition. She had to have
I make it.
Yeah, but the way you just said it had no like flavor to it. Like
yeah, no, I can't speak like that. And they speak fast.
Huevo. Like Dominican people, tough to understand. Like Dominican people and Cuban people, very tough to understand.
I can understand, but I can't speak for shit. I mean, if I get in a taxi, I can get by.
But you gotta be able to say it like huevo, like huevo.
Well, you think did you say
like
it differently than me?
like arroz? Like you have to be able to roll. You're married to.
Wait, did you date a Dominican before or Latin?
I was sort of married to a Puerto Rican girl who was born and raised in Washington Heights, which is 100% Dominican.
Yeah.
So I've spent a lot of time.
Actually, call it Little Dominican now,
yes,
right? Yeah.
I have I have spent a good amount of time. Plus, I work. So we're in construction. I work with a ton of people in the Latino community. Mm-hmm. I myself personally feel like I was Dominican in a past life, an actual Dominican.
Have you visited DR?
Like from Santiago? Yeah.
Have you visited?
Never. I can salsa.
But you've never been to DR?
I can bachata.
You've never been to DR?
I can do típico romántico.
Bro, you need to go like yesterday. You need to go visit DR.
I haven't gone on vacation in like a year. I've been working my ass off. But I'm going the second half of this year. But not to DR necessarily, to maybe Costa Rica. But
Costa Rica's good.
I would go to DR. But I love all that shit. Mofongo, plátano maduro, all of that stuff. You see when I say it, you got to say it like I say it.
He just prepped for like 2 minutes to get himself to say it right though.
Like you are married to a Dominican woman. You have to say that. She's going to watch this and she's going to be like, he's right.
Yeah,
you sound white as shit. You have to represent me in the way that I need to be represented.
She's going to watch this. She's going to be like, you talk so much shit. She's like, you're the biggest shit talker. 100%.
So basically that's it. You guys were inseparable from that point on, and now you're married.
And yeah, now if we ever have a problem, I'm like, you're fucked. God put you with me 3 separate times. Like, you are here.
I mean, I know we're laughing about it, but it actually is a beautiful story.
Yeah, it really is, though.
How long you guys been married for?
3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 years. But we've been together since 2017.
What did that wedding look like?
Dude, we had a COVID wedding. We had a COVID wedding.
So what does that mean? Like,
2020.
it happened in someone's backyard? Like, what does that mean?
No, like COVID had happened. I don't know if you remember, like, happened in March, I think, right?
I remember nobody was having a wedding because
No
it
one
was
was
COVID.
having a wedding.
Got
and
it.
then, like, when we got into the summer, it started getting better, right?
Okay.
And then, I don't know if you remember, they started, like, the dark winter. You remember that?
No.
And there was, like, this meme of, like, a Game of Thrones of, like, the Iceman. Like, so they started talking, like, about this dark winter in, like, October. And at the time, she had to go back to DR because she didn't have her green card yet.
Okay.
So she had left in March right before COVID, and then we were separate for like 4 months. She came back in July. So we were like, fuck this, like, you know, to plan this wedding, like, shit's going crazy, like, let's just get married and call it a day.
So straight courthouse style.
No. Come on, man. I gotta put more effort than that.
I'm just...
Gotta put more effort.
I'm trying to follow along here. There's a lot of twists and turns in this
Yeah,
story.
you gotta put more effort. You put your foot up, so I'm gonna match.
It's all good.
So we just started planning. Well, she started planning. She planned, like, we had a max of 35 people.
Okay.
We got married in Westbury.
Got it.
And we had a 35-person wedding outside
I
in
love
November.
that.
In November, we had a Zoom stream. We had immediate family only, like, not even really cousins.
I love this.
Me personally, because I'm an introvert extrovert. Like, I'm not super extrovert.
Got
a
it.
big wedding
Yeah.
would be like my nightmare. Like, I was so happy with like 35 people.
Bro, let me tell you something. So I had a wedding when I sort of got married with like 125 people there, which I felt like most people would say that's not a lot of people because you have people that have like 300, 400, 500. Like, I've been to weddings with 500 people, which is fucking bananas, right? There was 125 people there, and I'm like, I don't like fucking 75 of you. Like, there's no reason. Like, Mom, you don't need to invite all the neighbors that I've known since I'm 3. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't give a shit. So I think like 35 to 50 people.
Yeah.
Those are like all the people that you really want there.
Literally. I mean, so like, yeah, obviously we wanted like close friends and stuff like that, and like she had friends from DR that wanted to fly in, but it was like 35 that you could have with the people serving you included. Like, it was everyone in the room.
So you had like 15 people there. You had like 20 people there, legit.
We had like 20, I was like 28 or
I'm not
30.
mad at that.
Yeah, and
That's
I was
cool.
Like, I was very happy. And
Was there Spanish music?
yeah.
Do you like Spanish music?
Yes, I love like reggaeton, stuff like that. If you can imagine.
Dude,
You like me and my Mercedes.
Reggaeton.
You listen to reggaeton.
Reggaeton.
He's like,
Say it, reggaeton.
reggaeton. But yeah.
Tough group here.
Yeah. We talked for like 30 minutes before you got here.
I know.
We're
I'm sorry,
bullshitting.
man. It's crazy, dude. It's
No,
fucking.
we're bullshitting.
It's just real estate is nuts all the time. It's like if you get stuck doing something for like an hour, and it just you come back to just madness.
Dude, I told him I was on a FaceTime yesterday at like 12:30 at night with a client of mine.
So you
was
have
like,
you do residential and commercial. You deal with a lot of international clients. You have like a weird mix going on, right?
Yeah, so shit, I don't want to dive into it because I know that he's gonna sidebar at some point, so I'll never get through.
Just don't worry about it. Let it flow. You never,
But-
you already know that you're not going to get through. It's fine. We're going to close all the loops before we're done.
But I originally started. I went to college for a double major in accounting and finance with
Okay.
a minor in psychology, and then
Jesus Christ, that's heavy.
My senior year, I had already got a job with Deloitte.
Okay.
So going to senior year, I was like,
That's a big
fuck
deal.
them.
Top 3.
They're number one.
Are they?
Deloitte's one.
Number 1.
And they were one at the time at least. So going to my senior year, I was like pumped. I was cruising. Like, usually I think only like maybe a dozen kids out of the class would get even a Big 4 position. Like, it was really difficult at the time.
Where'd you go to college?
Roger Williams University in Bristol, Rhode Island.
Oh, real. Okay.
It's you know where Newport is?
Yeah.
So it's like 20 minutes from Newport.
Okay.
It actually sits on a peninsula. There's like a very famous bridge called Mount Hope
Probably
Bridge.
beautiful. Cold as shit, but beautiful.
Beautiful. And actually, you talked about cigarette boats, but I didn't know this until after I got there. But Outer Limit power boats, which is like the number one, you call it cigarette boat, speedboat,
Okay.
is built in that town.
No shit.
Yeah, so you could literally see them going by. Like,
Oh, so
those
you
are $2
really like
million boats.
speedboats.
I didn't know.
Actually, you
It was
really like
crazy.
anything that goes fast.
But I like boats the most because there's no speed limit. It's constantly changing on the water. There's a lot more variables than a car.
You are an ironic dude. Think about it. You like hot Dominican women, cars that go fast, boats that go fast, but you're like a Jewish accountant.
Yeah, but if you see my face, I'm like very innocent.
From Long Beach.
Yeah, from Long Beach.
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it is.
You would never get a read on me.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're a very ironic dude. You are a very, very ironic
Charles,
dude.
like, this is not what I fucking thought this was going to be at all.
The Dominican thing really hit me for like a 1-2 combo.
Right.
I'm really, I'm very impressed and shocked by that.
Yeah, I got it. But, yeah, so whatever. I did Deloitte, and then I started working Deloitte, like, in accounting. I did, like, auditing, no taxes, no tax questions. And I did that for, like, 5 or 6 years, but I fucking hated it. It was horrible.
They beat the balls out of you.
It was horrible.
You work like 1 million hours a day.
Yeah, it was horrible. And literally, you'd be managing like multiple teams on multiple jobs, but there was like one job that just kind of, and they used to throw me into different industries. Like I've done like precious metals training, I've done aerospace procurement, I've done finance, like I've done like trading. I did everything. That's very rare. Usually they hit you in an industry. I've done the shipping industry. So they would always put me in like a brand new industry.
There's a lot of money in There's a lot of money in the shipping industry, isn't there?
It's wild.
Like wild, right?
But when I hit that industry is so amazingly particular. Like it's so difficult. It's so that once I got in there, they wouldn't let me go. Like that was it. Like you get turned. I used to drive to Connecticut every day, back and forth, because there was one shipping company in Connecticut, and it would cost.
You would drive from Long Island to fucking Connecticut?
From Long Beach.
No, that's terrible.
Daily. And I used to finish work, so I'd have to leave my house by like 6:30.
I mean, they would have to know. They knew that shit wasn't going to last, right?
But no one knew the shipping industry. Like, the shipping industry is so specific that if you just throw like another person from Deloitte there and say like do the work, they couldn't.
They had to be paying you out the ass to do that. That was that had to be really miserable.
You get the same pay.
Yeah, no.
It's the same pay. You're in a ceiling. And then I would finish working there by 9. Then I would drive back home, and then I would go to the gym, and then I'd get home and I'd cook dinner or whatever. I'd go to sleep by 1 or 2, up and do it again. And I used to do that every day.
For how many years?
Well, that particular client, that was like a couple months, but that happened all the time. That was like very common.
No.
And that was brutal. That was brutal. So whatever. And then they put me to like a Medicare client.
Okay.
Which they did like some type of software sales.
And then you're like, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I'm fucking done. At the time, I had already bought real estate. Like I bought my first piece of property when I was like 23 or something.
Oh, you got rentals?
Yeah, I bought my first property when I was like 23.
No kidding.
Yeah. It was me. I did half with somebody else. So
okay.
Property in the city. I still own it today.
Nice.
And I rent it out. So I had delved into it, and they were like, "I'm boring him."
No, you're not. I just haven't slept in a week. No. This is much better than usual. This is good.
Nice. But I knew someone in real estate, and they were like, they already knew like what I was working. They knew I was super unhappy, and I'm actually still partners with this person now. And they knew I was unhappy, but they liked my work ethic. They like I'm a numbers person. Mm-hmm. And they were like, dude, come work for me. I'm like, fuck that. So I did. I jumped over and I left Deloitte. My dad was pissed. My dad was so mad because I was leaving Your
dad's an accountant, you said, right?
Yeah. So my dad, he's not just an accountant. He actually audits Chinese companies that want to be publicly traded in the U.S. capital markets.
Got it.
So he's in China like.
Oh, so you were really following your father's footsteps. Like you were being an auditor exactly the way he's an auditor.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I never wanted to work with him.
I get that, but it's very interesting. And then it makes sense why he would want you to go down that route, and then why he was pissed when you ultimately became a real estate agent.
Well, because real estate agents, like, I think it's like 6% of people that work as a real estate agent can actually live off real estate. Or some crazy figure like that.
I think if I had to guess, you talk about nationwide. On Long Island, I would probably say it's between 6 and 10%.
That's really low.
Yeah.
That's a really, you're talking about people that can actually live off this and actually make money.
Yes.
So I'm automatic, so from my dad's perspective, like a numbers guy, he's like, dude, you're going to walk in this industry.
The odds are against you.
The odds are against you.
That makes sense. But also, I feel like it's easier to be successful in real estate because I feel like 90% of realtors are they're not doing shit. Like they're not working.
Dude, so yes. And also a lot of realtors are greedy.
Really?
I think so.
In what respect?
this is a really, really difficult industry. And I
Okay.
recognize that from day one. This is not like just go out, flick on a light and show someone a house. Like,
Got it.
if you want to take this seriously, you need a mentor.
Okay.
100%.
I can fuck with that.
If you want a mentor, you got to pay for the mentor.
Okay. I got
You
it.
agree, right? You have a mentor, right?
I've had many.
Many, right?
Yeah.
And so right
I
now,
just hired a guy for 3 months to mentor us, like literally just last year.
so if you really want to be successful with this business, then you need a mentor. You need to partner with another broker, and you need to give them a split.
Okay.
You need to pay them. And for that, they will give you experience.
All right.
They will teach you experience.
So I'm going to defend realtors for a second here.
Okay, go for it.
All right. So I'll defend realtors. I'll defend people. So you go to school. They don't teach, like, for not real estate. You go to like regular school. They don't fucking teach you anything.
No.
Right? They don't tell you, hey, you should hire mentors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
No. They teach you, hey, mentor. If a mentor is any good, they would be doing it. Why are they charging you to do it?
Correct.
Right? So there's that. That's the one thing. Second of all, how many brokers can you honestly say are actually mentors that are actually worth a goddamn thing?
Right. He just did a podcast on this, on how he's like, I hate brokers. But
No, every other post I make is
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
brokers don't do shit.
But I don't mean broker in that capacity. Like,
Okay.
like for instance, Oxford Property Group is the brokerage that I work under, and I
Shameless
don't talk
plug.
to the head of like
Shameless
that-
plug. Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Shameless plug.
No,
I like it.
But I don't talk to like the head is Adam. So I don't even know his last. I don't
Okay.
talk to him. I've never talked to the guy.
He's obviously Jewish. His name's Adam. Is he?
I think so, probably.
Yeah.
But I partnered with an experienced agent, like
Okay.
another agent that is experienced, that's been in the industry for 30 years.
Smart.
And she teaches me everything, even to
Okay.
this day on current deals. And I give her a split of all of my
I get
business.
it. But that's also very rare for a bunch of different reasons. A, now you have to find a high performing agent who's willing to mentor. On top of the
100%.
fact, even harder is just because you're a top producing agent doesn't mean you have the ability, the desire, and the time to mentor somebody.
The person has to be worth it. And like I said, this agent, or I'm going to say she's a broker, but she doesn't run the broker. She's an associate broker under Oxford Property Group.
Got it.
So she saw that she liked something in me,
Yeah.
that she wanted me to work for her.
Okay.
Because it's also difficult to find really good agents. Obviously, she liked my background in accounting and finance and
Yeah.
my work ethic. Like that's all very good things. So I give her a split of all of my business because she literally mentors me in all my deals. She's
That's fair.
constantly teaching me. But I also invest on top of that. I invest into another mentor group
Got
that
it.
I have, which is like a bunch of agents that get together.
That's interesting.
On top of that. So I'm also in that. And then every year I'm investing a ton of money into mentorship.
Very smart.
Into making my business. But a lot of agents don't do that.
No, they don't. And I don't really think it's their fault. I don't think they know. I don't know if they. I mean, listen, if you're a high achiever, if you're an overachiever, like you're going to find it. You're going to find these people. You're going to seek it out. Like we live in the information age. You can get anything on this phone, literally anything on this phone. So there's really no excuses. But it's just not something that's promoted. So I understand what you're saying.
Well, it's a business.
Yes.
This is a business. And a lot of agents don't really
They don't
look
treat
at
it
it like
yeah,
a business.
No, they don't. They think I can work whatever hours I want. The checks are big. It'll work. It
No,
doesn't.
yeah, but you don't really have a business unless you have an inflow coming in, as in leads coming in,
Yeah.
and a way to process those leads into deals.
So how are you doing that?
It's going to be a plug, but I mean, I've tried a couple of different things. I've tried CRMs, like all-in-one solutions,
Okay.
where they give you like some type of paid advertising, like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and they give you like an IDX website, they give you a CRM, and then they do something like that.
Okay.
So I mean, there's a bunch of them like Market Leader or whatever, Brivity, stuff like that.
Okay.
I tried that for like a little while, because don't forget, I started my business in the city.
Got
I was
it.
exclusively city, even though I lived in Long Beach. I did not
Shit
do Long
show.
Island.
Shit show.
And the city is really crazy, highly difficult. Like
Yep.
it's
1% listings. They want 1% listings.
yeah, it's crazy. Like that's like cut your teeth.
Yep.
But I never started in Long Island until COVID hit.
Okay.
And then all my clients in the city were like trying to buy in the Hamptons.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, I'm from Long Island. So I started to work like a ton of the Hamptons. I was going Long Beach to the Hamptons like every day.
Where do you live now? Oh, Woodbury. That's right. That's right. How long you been there for?
I bought my house in July.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure I got the time.
And my wife picked out my own house. I didn't find my house, believe that or not, from the real estate agent. It's one of the best deals I've ever seen.
Yeah? But
Call Bill and ask him about my house purchase. He's like, dude, this is ridiculous.
Your wife is a rock star, huh?
Dude, she found it. I actually couldn't even go to. I couldn't go to the viewing of the house. It was like open house. They had fell out of contract. and I had to go to like an engagement party that was on a fucking boat out of Freeport that like I couldn't get out of. So I told my wife like, look, just go to the open house. If you see it, if you like it, then I'll call the agent. I'll go the next day. Like, it's not gonna be a problem.
She bought it.
She went there and she called me. She was like, this is my house.
Like, okay.
I swear to God. I was like, all right. So I call the agent. I go the next day and I negotiate the deal. And yeah, we got the house. But she chose it. I did not choose it. And it's a sick. I'll show you.
Damn.
It's sick. It's
You're just
almost an
loving
acre.
your fucking life right now. I love this.
I'm trying.
You're like, I love my job. I love my house. I love my wife. You have a dog?
Yeah, dude. I have the best dog.
Of course you do.
I have the best. You have a dog?
No, but because it's too much responsibility. But I'm just saying, everything else in your life kicks ass. Why wouldn't the dog kick ass? What kind of dog is it?
English Staffy. He's great. He can like actually sit pretty, spin circles. Like he listens. He's awesome. Super loving.
Damn.
He actually looks like I'll show you a picture. He looks like a pit bull, but he's not.
English Staffy.
English Staffy. They're actually called the nanny dogs.
Nanny dogs. Why?
Yeah,
Because they're really good with kids?
Really good with kids. We never even taught him like how to behave around kids or anything. And we had a niece and nephew, like 4 or 5. And with you, he would like kind of like roughhouse with you or whatever you wanted. With the kids, he goes like gentle. Automatically. We don't say shit.
He just knows.
He just knows.
You're having kids soon, aren't you? Something's in the mix, isn't it?
What? Trying.
Something's in the mix. Yeah?
I mean, I'm at that stage. Just bought a house.
So you're shooting
dog.
up, you're shooting up the club. And whatever happens, happens.
Throw it on the wall.
What?
Throw it on the wall. You hear that? Laugh?
Good for you, man. That's awesome.
But
Are you going to speak to the kids only in Spanish for like the first 5 years?
No, can you imagine? It says like huevos.
Wait, that was better. No, you're working on it. No, but I feel like if you do that, like, even though like my girlfriend is not Spanish, we were to have a child, I would feel like I would want someone just speaking Spanish to them for the first 5 years because it is so important that they speak Spanish.
I think it is. And also, for your business, if you want the kid to grow up and take over, then, speaking Spanish can be easier for them.
Just like in general, if your kid can speak like Mandarin and Spanish, you're good.
My brother speaks Chinese.
Really?
I have a little brother. He speaks
Yeah, that is not a
Chinese.
joke. That is difficult.
Yeah.
That doesn't even there's nothing of Mandarin that is anything close to English.
Yeah, he's fluent. He can get around in China and stuff like that. No problem.
How the fuck did he learn that?
His mom is Chinese. My stepmom is Chinese.
Got it.
My mom passed away at a very young age. Well, not very young, but younger age.
Wow. So what's your deal structure like? You're doing mostly commercial stuff, residential stuff, or a mix of everything?
I do a mix of everything. Mostly residential, like obviously because there's more residential out there.
Okay.
But also a lot of commercial. Commercial a little slower these days. But commercial, residential, mixed use. So
I feel like you have a lot of international clients.
I started that way. I paired with my broker, or whatever. She's associate broker under Oxford Property.
Okay.
And all of her clients were international. So she handled the international side. I handled the United States, like the American side. So
Got it.
Actually managing those properties and renting or doing construction or selling or
What nationality is she?
Chinese.
Got it. Okay. Got it.
So you see how this is rolling.
Got
But
it.
We work like amazing together. And
Awesome.
We talk every day.
This is amazing.
And so it was just like a perfect situation. Like she wanted to invest in someone to kind of take over that business. Also, she wanted to work less and have someone here.
Yeah, of course.
So, and then I rolled into that. But then when COVID hit, right, and all this happened, so we have obviously we have a portfolio of buildings, apartments, stuff like that we manage. So that, renting, selling, whatever, fixing, we take care of that. But that also means I'm up late at night because China's 12 hours ahead. So late nights, that's just what it is.
Fuck.
But when COVID hit, all of those people that did live here wanted to sell their New York places or just buy on the Hamptons. So during COVID, I was in the Hamptons every single day.
Just killing it, selling shit in the Hamptons.
Yeah, just crushing in the Hamptons. And then my wife was like, why the fuck are you going to the city every day when Long Island? Why don't you work out here? And I had never thought about it because in this, I just cut my teeth in this city. I didn't even think there was a lot of money to be made in Long Island at the time because I hadn't done it. And then I was like, okay, let me expand out here in Long Island. So full circle, I tried a bunch of these all-in-one platforms, and it wasn't working. They were doing Facebook ads and stuff like that.
Got it.
I was signing up for other mentorship programs, but they were super old school. And then more recently, I signed up for this place called Agent Launch.
What's it called?
Agent Launch.
Agent Launch. Got it.
So what I liked about this particular one is they weren't an all-in-one program. So I have an IDX website, I have a CRM, I have an email program, and then I have a video sharing program. And then I have in Agent Launch a mentorship program. And then also I have a PPC manager. And so I have like a fully running business. I have leads coming in every single day.
How much does that shit cost?
I mean, I don't want to like blow them up, but it's not cheap. It's not cheap.
I'm sure it's not.
But
Well, you could set your own PPC budget, I assume, right?
yeah, I can set my own PPC. If I want to
Got
spend
it.
like $4,000 a month, I can spend 4,000 or
Got it.
2 or 1, whatever I want. And I also have a person that's managing that PPC for me.
They do all the keyword research for you and shit?
everything.
Got it.
So they do all the PPC, full PPC management, but they also teach you how to do it. So if I wanted to at some point do my own PPC management, then I
Which
can
you
do
don't.
it.
You don't want to do
I
that
don't
shit.
want to do it.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Why would I want to do that? That would be horrible. And then I also have a mentorship program in there, separate from the mentorship I have from my broker that I have already.
Got it.
That I'm splitting up with. And then I also have my CRM, which they also have somebody else that manages my CRM.
Got
So
it.
I have a fully functioning business right now.
Nice.
Like as it runs. But most agents don't even have a CRM. It's crazy to think that. They don't have CRMs.
No, they don't.
They don't do any PPC. They don't have any leads coming in. They're operating off full referrals.
What kind of, what CRM is it? Is it Agent Launch's CRM?
No, that's another. So if you go to like Market Leader says they have their own CRM, plus they have, let's just say, their own PPC, and then whatever. But it's really garbage. What I liked about Agent Launch is you can use whatever CRM you want.
So what CRM do you use?
Follow Up Boss.
Got it.
I like Follow Up Boss.
Got it.
And then I use Real Geeks for my IDX.
What is
And
IDX?
IDX is like your website. So
Okay.
livingonlongislandnewyork.com. That's
Got it.
It's my website.
Perfect.
People will sign up there, and then it'll give me their lead. I use Google Ads. I don't do any Facebook. I don't do any Instagram because for me, there was too many leads that weren't real.
You do PPC.
Mm-hmm.
All PPC. How many leads a month are you generating on PPC?
For me,
Yeah.
I'm doing 50 leads a month.
You getting 50? You pay for 50 leads a month and you're guaranteed it, or you just on average you're getting 50 leads a month?
On average, I'm getting 50 leads. It depends on the time too. In December, for instance.
Okay.
So the reason I actually started as well was, I don't know if you remember, there's this whole thing with like a seller versus buyer paying the commissions. I don't know
Yeah.
if you remember that? It was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
November.
yeah.
And
The
like
0% rule.
Right, the 0% rule.
Yep.
And that was like a crazy thing that like a lot of agents started to leave the business because they were like, how am I going to make money if, right? And then at that time I was like, Warren Buffett always says when everyone runs one way, you run the other.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, I'm fucking doubling down. Like, I'm going to go after all the buyers now because I have no problem to explain like how to make a deal with this. Like, I could explain it, and I can I could explain it to where they'll see the value. So
Yep.
I was like, everyone runs away, I'm running in. So I doubled down.
Nice.
And
Smart.
like the first 3 months, I had like 20 million in the pipeline.
Wow.
In the pipeline, like actual buyers that are sitting there that are pre-approved, that are ready to buy, to like start doing bit. So I was like, yeah, like classic Warren Buffett, like right there.
Smart. Really smart.
I don't know about smart, but
I made a video saying exactly the same thing. I'm like, yo, everybody get into the 0% thing. Like, start making content about it. Like, just learn all about it. Just go all in on this 0% thing because everyone's flipping out and it's a big opportunity.
it's a huge opportunity.
Nobody
I don't wish for any agent to fail, or I don't wish for any agent to like leave the business. But when things change, you have to change with it.
Yeah.
Like you have to change.
Facts.
Like, a lot of agents that do use like CRMs and whatever, if you send any text with a link, like if I send like, oh, thanks for signing up for my website at www.livingonlongisland.com, the phone carriers started to flag them. So you can no longer do it. It'll flag the message that text will not go through to them.
Really?
So what did I do? I changed and I started using video messaging.
Yeah.
So now I just send a video to everyone. And it's me. It's like, hey, thanks for signing up my website. Just to let you know, I am a real person. Like, I'm here, and I saw you're looking in the Huntington location, and whatever else I say.
Nice.
And I send a video just like that, and then that gets people engaged. But that's what I mean. This is a business. This is not like if you're just here to like open doors and like have someone say, take me to this house to buy this house. Like, I don't think that person's gonna last because you have to be changing, and it has to be fast, and then you have to know when to like pivot. You're always pivoting.
I love it. Dude, makes sense. I don't think there's any better way to fucking wrap it up. Lesson to be learned, real estate agents. Being a realtor is not easy. It's a business. And you need to run it like a business. And that is how you run it like a business.
Yeah.
L'chaim.
L'chaim. How was that?
I mean, it wasn't...
I haven't been to Temple in a while, so...
Neither have I. It's
We
kind of
still
like,
got
you
it.
and I are kind of stuck. Like I always say, I'm like, we're stuck kind of like, sometimes I'm like, I'm not white enough. I'm not Spanish enough. Like, I don't know where I am. I'm kind of stuck in the middle.
I was going to bring my hat today, too, to, like, match you.
Yeah?
But
What happened?
Hair's looking good.
So if people are looking to buy or sell, how do they get a hold of you? Where do they find you on Instagram?
Jason Bernstein, NY on Instagram. You can call me. You can go to my website, www.livingonlongislandnewyorkny.com, or I'll also give them my info, and then they could tag me in here, and you can contact me through here.
But he will also sell you something in the city.
Yes, City, Long Island, Hamptons, even Chappaqua. I have a listing in Chappaqua, which is like
Where the hell is
Westchester.
that? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically if you want
4.5.
to spend money or get money,
Call me.
he's your guy. Handsome home buyer. Obviously, if you have a house that you want to sell, not smell, but if you want to sell, and usually they smell, like Cappy or any other myriad of things, I want to buy it. 516-777 sold. That's a wrap. Oh, good. Let me see a picture of your wife.
Yeah, she's-